Hey everyone, Zach Finds Fish here. Many of you may know I've been hunting for a bass fishing fanny pack. Well, I think I found the winner. I searched through countless brands looking for the perfect fanny pack. All of them were either too small or too expensive. I was ripping my hair out until KastKing dropped their brand new KastKing Bait Space Fishing Tackle Bag. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, and I've searched through a ton. I have looked at the PC funds. I have looked through a ton of brands. They're either too small or too expensive. And I do believe KastKing has really dropped a game changer in the bass fishing fanny pack realm. So I want to kind of show you guys just a quick first take of what this bass little fanny pack is like and my first impressions. So pros, right? Typically everybody wants to know the cons before the pros. But let's talk about the pros first. It does come with, again, fits a 3600 tackle box. It comes with one, it fits one. It can technically fit two, so let's put that right there. And then it also comes with some soft plastic bait bags here. I don't know if I'll ever use these. I think I'll just more or less just throw my plastics inside the bag. But they're there if you want to use them, mix them together, put some so they're just always there connected with those metal rings. You never have to go looking for it. Pretty open. The bag itself will fit two 3600 size tackle boxes. However, there's not a huge opening. So this is probably my first con of this bag. As you can see, it is pretty narrow and mainly because they have a pro right here, has a fishing rod holder right here. And then on the other side, it has a water bottle holder right here. That's fantastic. The only problem that I have so far that I've noticed is that when trying to put the 3600 tackle box in here, you really kind of have to shove it. For example, let me show you. Well, now it's because I've opened it so many times. But one of the things though too is you can't really open it much more. So if things fall down the sides, you really kind of just have to pull the bag apart. But that's kind of like the only con that I have for it. There were some reviews. I like to read reviews. And some of the reviews were, one, they wish there was a little bit more play. I totally understand that. Another con was the lack of comfortable straps here. I do kind of see what they're saying. It's kind of one of those things, for me, I will be having it on my front. It's never going to be on my back or my side. And I feel like on my back, it'll be able to handle a little bit better. But the straps aren't the most comfortable if that's something what you're looking for. But again, to me, for $40, it's hard to find a fanny pack that can fit a 3600 size tackle bag and have it be mainly for fishing. You can find extra large fanny packs out there. I have searched a ton and they're not necessarily made for fishing and they will fit a 3600 size tackle bag. But the problem is they're kind of flimsy. They look like they might break. And then you have the other side of the realm for actual fishing bags, which are actually too small, meant for fly fishing, or too expensive. And I'm not spending $100+ on a fishing fanny pack. So if you guys do not know, I have been searching for a fanny pack that will work for my wade fishing come this year, and this is going to be perfect. So let's go over a few of the details that I find pretty amazing about this fanny pack. So again, if you did not want to wear it as a fanny pack, just kind of over the shoulder, you have that strap. I will not be using it for that, but one of the biggest pros, I think, and a lot of them come with them, but some of them don't, is a fishing rod holder. I think that's huge. My plan is to bring at least 2 rods with me, but I will set one on the bank, but it'll be nice for changing lures, catching a fish, needing to unhook them, things like that. I will be able to actually set it in here. Probably a con, but I don't know how expensive they wanted to go into that. It is leather. It's probably faux leather. I don't know how long that's going to last. Again, it's keeping the price down. It is a $40 bag. It is going to work. I've already tested it out. It is going to work just fine. But that's definitely a pro, but I do not know how long that's going to last. But on this channel, you guys are going to see this used a lot, especially when I'm out in my waders. So I'll let you know if it starts tearing. Another pro is that you have, of course, most fanny packs have these, the straps for your pliers or your forceps, right? That keeps them nice and tidy there. I'm assuming it doesn't really give you a lot of details on what everything is for, but this is a nice little Velcro strap, which I'm assuming is when your rod is in this holder, you can connect it to that as well and have a little bit extra safety. But again, it's a well-built bag. All right, moving into the compartments again, I'm gonna show you guys a lot of B-roll, but the bag Does have a kind of mesh bag inside or sleeve inside. It's not elastic, so it will open and slide things out. But again, it's on your hip or on your waist, so it's not going anywhere. Again, it has those soft plastic bait bags, which again, I don't know if I'll use. Maybe I'll try to use them and see how I like them. But really, again, inside the bag, there's really not much going on. You have the mesh pocket and you have those sleeves. That's really it. Again, you can technically fit two 3600 size tackle boxes. It'd be extremely tight in there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go probably smaller boxes, 3500, and maybe like a even smaller box for some hooks and weights. So then I have a little bit more room for my soft plastics. But otherwise, let's move to maybe the water holder pocket. Just a zipper. You put it in. It's not even, is it elastic? Yeah, it is elastic. So it will stretch to open up a little bit, but it's pretty tight there. Put your water bottle in there. Zip it up when you're not using it. I probably won't use it for a water bottle holder. Then again, you have the fishing rod holder. You do have a pocket on the back. Pretty standard. It's nothing special, nothing back there. No extra mesh pockets to hold things in. Then you do have the pocket on the front. You might see these mesh little slides, right? These mesh pockets here. You can't actually access those. That's not actually part of it. It's just more or less for look. But again, another standard pocket. This is, to me, a really kind of simplistic design for a bass fishing bag. So again, guys, I have been looking for one. There's a ton out there. And so far, this has been the best that I could find. It's either sling bags that you can turn into fanny packs, but the problem is, and there is one out there right now, it's called the Mystery Tackle Sling. It can also be a fanny pack. The problem that I have with it, if you guys want to go check out that video, I'll have that video linked down below. It feels rather cheap. You can get it for $20. It does come with 2 mystery lures. Some people have said they get some Mike Bucca lures in there, or they get a Strike King lure or a Guggen frog lure. But I've only seen 2 baits inside those bags, so it doesn't seem super special. But again, it feels cheap. It's very basic, has a couple extra pockets on the outside, but they're very flimsy. That feels like, to me, the zipper is going to break open at one point. For $20 more, you get something, to me, I don't know if this is waterproof. I don't think it is. Maybe it's water resistant. And it might even say this on the website, so I'll let you know on the screen. But more or less, it's pretty simplistic. You do have the ability, if you're gonna wear it as an over-the-shoulder, you can tuck, there's a pocket right here, like a little sleeve on the back. You can tuck the fanny pack part in there, and it won't get in your way. But that was just a quick overview. This is a little elastic part right here. I believe that's kind of more for like a net, if you're gonna throw a net there. I don't know exactly what it's for. Again, it doesn't actually tell you what it's for. It just kind of says an elastic band, really. So again, this is the quick and first impression. So overall, for me, again, I've been looking through a ton of bass fishing fanny packs, and there are a ton out there. It's what you're willing to spend, you can find what you're looking for. But to me, I have found a ton out there that are meant for bass fishing, but they're too small. You can fit not even a 3500 size tackle bag in there, tackle box in there, or they're too expensive. For $40, this is gonna work perfect for me. And I honestly believe it is a really high quality bag for what it is. Again, just a simplistic design on a bass fishing fanny pack. And honestly, if you don't even want to use the 3600 size tackle box, you can get a couple small ones in there, or just throw a bunch of soft plastics if that's what you're going to throw. Honestly, it's a good pickup. Again, so let's quickly just run down some of the pros and the cons. Really, I don't have many cons. Maybe a few more pockets. We'll leave this as a pro/con, the rod holder here. It's a pro for sure, but I don't know how long it's going to last. Con, as you can see right now with the 3600 size tackle box in there, it's kind of hard to open up and kind of get things out from there. You could, again, fit 2 in there, but I don't recommend it. And there's a lack of pockets. I do feel like that's kind of the cons. The pros, however, it feels well built. Comes with a tackle box. It does fit a 3600 size tackle box. You could use smaller ones. And honestly, it's hard to find something like this for bass fishing, and it's a fanny pack. So for 40 bucks, I definitely find it as a worth buy. So guys, again, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And hopefully soon, I'll see you guys on the water with this fanny pack in my waders. Peace, guys. Shadows in the glare. Zach finds fish, wriggling in success. Reel 'em in, scale by scale, feel the finesse. Catch of the day, lay it all on a dish. Celebrate, levitate, Zach finds fish.